Right now, you're about 70% liquid. Not dying, not injured, not sick. Your body is supposed to look like this. Your muscles are dissolving, your organs are breaking apart, and if someone opened the chrysalis right now, they wouldn't find a caterpillar. They wouldn't find a butterfly either. Just a warm pool of what used to be you. It's dark. Your legs don't feel like legs anymore. Your head feels softer than it should. A strange warmth is spreading through your body. Not heat, something much stranger. This isn't a nightmare, this is metamorphosis. Every butterfly goes through it, every single one, ready or not. Right now you're hanging inside a chrysalis while your old body is being dismantled so a new one can take its place. And here's the part nobody realizes when they watch a butterfly drifting through a garden. Turning into soup isn't the worst thing that will happen to you. Not even close. This isn't the worst part. Not even close. The worst part comes later, on the last good day. After the wasps, after the birds, after the spiders, after the storms, after you've survived everything nature threw at you and completed the one job you were born to do. What finally ends your story is something that started breaking long before you ever noticed it. And by the time you do, it's already too late, but we'll get there. For now, rewind a few weeks. You're sitting on a leaf. A very small leaf by human standards. A massive world when you're a caterpillar only a few millimeters long. Your body is soft, freshly hatched. 6 tiny legs gripping the surface, while everything around you feels unfamiliar. Wind moves the leaf. Shadows pass overhead. Something lands nearby. You don't know what any of it means yet. Your mother chose this plant carefully. Not the first one she found, not the second. She inspected dozens before settling here. Her feet can read the chemistry of a plant the way you might read a sign. She was searching for something specific, a toxin, and she found it. Now it's your turn to eat, so you do, almost constantly. To reach the next stage of your life, you need to increase your body weight roughly 1,000 times. That means eating becomes your full-time job. Leaf after leaf, hour after hour. You crawl forward and chew through whatever is within reach. And as those plant toxins enter your body, they don't go away. They stay in your skin, in your tissue, in the fat you're storing for later. Week by week, the chemicals build up. Your colors grow brighter. The yellow bands become bolder. The patterns sharpen. And with every change, you're sending the same message to the world. Don't eat me. A bird lands on the branch above. It watches, tilts its head, then strikes. One peck. That's all it takes. A second later, it spits you back out. The bird scrapes its beak against the bark, trying to get rid of the taste. Then it leaves. It never comes back. You've only been alive for 2 weeks, and you're already poisonous enough to make a predator regret its decision. Nobody taught you how to do that. Your mother did, the moment she chose this plant before you were even born. First victory. 3 weeks later, you're halfway through another leaf when something touches your back. Not much. Barely any weight at all. You notice it. Then you don't. A few seconds later, it's gone. You keep eating. So what was it? A parasitic wasp. Tiny. Smaller than your thumb. It landed behind you and began searching. Antennae sweeping across your body, reading your chemistry, looking for the perfect spot. When it found one, the soft tissue between 2 body segments, it pushed an ovipositor through your skin and deposited a cluster of eggs directly inside you. Then it flew away. The entire attack took seconds. You never had a chance to react. By the time your nervous system realized something had happened, the wasp was already gone. Days pass. The eggs hatch. Inside you, the larvae are careful, very careful. They avoid your vital organs. They don't want you dead, not yet. Instead, they feed on your stored fat, taking only what they need while keeping the rest of you alive. A living caterpillar is valuable. A dead one isn't. So you continue exactly as before. You eat, you grow, you crawl from leaf to leaf. From the outside, you look perfectly healthy, well-fed, strong, normal. Inside, something else is growing with you, something that will eventually need a way out. And not every caterpillar survives that moment. Some reach the chrysalis stage. Everything seems fine. Then the chrysalis opens, and instead of a butterfly emerging, dozens of wasps crawl out. The butterfly that should have existed never does. Đoạn này nên giữ gần nhịp đối thủ, vì phần Becoming Soup là hook mạnh nhất của video. The butterfly that was supposed to emerge simply never does. You keep eating, keep growing, keep moving from leaf to leaf, and the truth is, you have no idea which version of the story you're living in. Not yet. You won't find out until the very end. Then one morning, it happens. No warning, no gradual change. You're halfway through a leaf when the urge to eat suddenly disappears. Just like that. A chemical switch deep inside your body flips, and everything changes. You climb down from the plant, find a bare stem, and begin to spin. Thread by thread, silk emerges from a gland near your mouth. You wrap it around yourself, again and again, until the outside world disappears behind a shell the color of weathered jade. Then comes the darkness, the stillness, and after that, something stranger. Not pain, not exactly. More like the feeling that your body is no longer where it's supposed to be, as if the shape you've lived in your entire life is starting to come apart. Because it is. Your cells are releasing enzymes, muscle breaks down, organs break down, connective tissue breaks down. This isn't remodeling, this is dissolution. Within hours, most of what made you a caterpillar is gone. If someone opened the chrysalis right now, they wouldn't find a caterpillar inside. They wouldn't find a butterfly either. Just a warm brown liquid, and a few tiny clusters of cells floating within it. Those cells have been with you from the beginning, hidden, dormant, waiting. They're called imaginal discs, and they've spent your entire caterpillar life carrying instructions for a future you never knew existed. A wing compressed into a tiny bundle of cells, an eye waiting for permission to form, a completely new nervous system preparing to replace the old one. Now they wake up. Inside the liquid that used to be your body, they begin to build. A wing forms from tissue that was once part of a leg. An eye assembles from cells that used to belong somewhere else entirely. Piece by piece, something new starts taking shape. 2 weeks pass in total darkness. Then a crack appears. A thin line of light cuts through the shell. You push your way out. Your wings are wet, wrinkled, folded tightly against your body like soaked paper. You cling to the empty chrysalis and hang there, motionless. Now comes another problem. Your wings aren't finished. Not yet. They have to expand before they harden. Fluid is pumped through delicate veins, slowly stretching them into shape. And for the next hour, you're completely on your own. Nobody can help. In fact, help would be the worst thing that could happen. If something pulls you free too early, if anything interrupts the process, your wings harden the wrong way. And if that happens, you'll never fly. You'll spend the rest of your life crawling, waiting for something else to find you first. You hang there, pumping, waiting. Slowly, the wings expand, the wrinkles disappear, the veins fill, the soft tissue hardens. For the first time, you open them completely.
Sunlight passes through the colors like stained glass.
Then you let go. The air catches you. And just like that, you're flying. You have about 2 weeks, maybe less. The first place you find is a clearing, a small break in the forest canopy, barely a few meters across, warm, bright, the kind of place females pass through when they're searching for mates. You land on a branch near the edge and spread your wings toward the sun. Then you wait. 10 minutes later, another male arrives. You spot him crossing from the opposite side. The two of you climb into the air together. From below, it looks beautiful. 2 butterflies circling through the sunlight, weightless, effortless. What nobody sees is the cost. Every turn burns energy. Every climb spends reserves you can never replace. No claws, no stingers, no weapons at all, just endurance. Eventually he gives up, breaks away, and disappears into another patch of sunlight somewhere deeper in the forest. You win. For now. Later, you land on a flower. Your proboscis uncurls and slips between the petals. Nectar rises into your body. This is how you eat now. It's the only way. The mouth you had as a caterpillar is gone. You can't chew. You can't consume solid food. You can't rebuild anything you've lost. Everything keeping you alive was stored before you entered the chrysalis, and every hour you're using a little more of it. The clearing teaches you its dangers quickly. A praying mantis waits on the 3rd flower from the left, perfectly still, its body the same color as the petals. You spot it from a distance and choose another flower. A spider web flashes for an instant near the eastern edge of the clearing. Just enough light catches the silk. You turn away without thinking. Day 4. A bird drops from above. You dive. 3 meters in less than a second. Twist, turn. Disappear into the undergrowth before it reaches you. You survive. But your wings don't. A tiny piece tears away from the lower edge. Nothing serious. Not yet. You keep flying. Day 6. Another close call. Another missing fragment. Still fine. Still fast. Still airborne. Day 10. A female enters the clearing. Jon Naila climax cam ksuch nen toi gyurat sat I gosh chi joy kach dien jat je hong trung kau chu. You rise. She rises too. This time the spiral is different. Slower. Closer. Neither of you is trying to drive the other away. You're reading each other now. Chemistry carried through the air. Signals exchanged with every pass. Eventually, the two of you drift back down. A broad leaf waits in the shade near the edge of the clearing. You land together and stay there. The afternoon slips by. When it's over, she leaves. Not because she's finished, because her work is just beginning. Somewhere out there is a plant. Not any plant, the right one. She'll inspect leaf after leaf, testing their chemistry until she finds the toxins her offspring will need. Then she'll lay the eggs one by one beneath the leaves. The next story has already started. You remain where you are. The sun is sinking. The right wing works harder. Your muscles burn through energy trying to compensate. You're no longer flying through the air. You're fighting your own body. Eventually you reach a branch and cling to it. And now the promise from earlier finally makes sense. It wasn't the wasp. You survived that. It wasn't the birds. You escaped everyone. It wasn't hunger. It wasn't the spider web. The thing that got you started breaking the day you emerged from the chrysalis. And with every flight, the damage grew a little larger. By the time the damage finally wins, you've already done everything you were supposed to do. Everything worked. The air is warm. Your wings are open, catching the last light of the day. This is it, the highest point, the moment everything has been leading toward. You survived. You found a mate. You completed the one task your entire life was built around. Hold on to this moment, because it doesn't last. A tiny tear has been spreading through your left wing since day 8. You never noticed it. It was too small. Your body compensated automatically. A slight adjustment here. A little extra effort there. Just enough to keep you flying normally. felt like nothing, because it was nothing, until it wasn't. You push off from the leaf, 1 wing beat, 2, 3. Then the vein gives way. The tear finally reaches its limit. Your left wing twists out of shape. Not much, just enough. You tilt. Correct? Then overcorrect. Suddenly every movement costs more than it should. Somewhere out there, your offspring are resting beneath the right leaves, protected by the same toxins that protected you, placed there by a female that searched through dozens of plants before making her choice. The story moves forward, just not with you in it. You never leave the branch again. There are nearly 19,000 species of butterfly on Earth. Most adults live only a few weeks. Some don't even get that long. The painted lady travels nearly 10,000 kilometers, farther than any other butterfly ever recorded, but the ones that begin the journey never complete it. The return trip belongs to their descendants, butterflies that have never seen the route before, never followed a parent, never studied a map. They simply go, guided by chemistry written into cells long before they existed, built from a body that once dissolved into liquid, following instructions carried forward from something they never knew. And every butterfly you've ever watched drifting through a garden was living on the same countdown, spending reserves collected as a caterpillar, flying on wings that were slowly breaking apart with every passing day, searching for the right flower, the right clearing, the right moment, trying to get everything right before time finally caught up. People remember the butterfly, the colors, the wings, the effortless flight. What they don't remember is the caterpillar, the constant hunger, the parasites, the predators, the weeks spent turning into something else entirely. Because by the time a butterfly becomes beautiful, most of the nightmare is already over. Life as a butterfly might look peaceful from a distance. Up close, it's one of the strangest survival stories in nature. And somehow, there's an animal out there that has it even worse. Trust me, that story is wild.